Now, let's try creating a report. We can do this by duplicating our order entry program. We duplicate our order entry program by selecting Edit, Entries, Repeat Entry, or Ctrl-Shift-R. We zoom to select our order entry program. We give it the name Print Order. This program, as it exists, is an online program. That is, it waits to accept user input and allows the user to move from field to field. You can tell it is an online program by looking at the navigator. The tasks have little screen icons next to them. However, we can change the task to be a batch task by going into Task Properties, Task, Task Properties, or Control-P. We just select the task type to be batch. Batch processing means the task will cycle through whatever records happen to be in the range of the task. Since we already know that this task only shows one record, it will only cycle through one record. We'll repeat this for the Order Lines subtask. We'll delete the Payments task. And the next handler that calls it. Then we delete the forms, since some of the items on the form won't work for a batch task. We open the form, then select Edit, Select All, or Control-A to select all the controls. Then we select Edit, Delete, or the Delete key to delete all the controls. We repeat this process for the order lines. Now we need a way to call our print program. Since this report takes the same parameters as the order entry program, we can just add it to our Start Program task. Next, we need to format data for the report to print. We do this using forms. First, we edit the forms that will be output by the parent task. These forms will contain the data from the order header record. We press F4 to create a new form. We name it Report Header. This time, the class defaults to Class 1. Non-zero forms are used for input or output, while Class 0 forms are used for interaction with the user. Each task generally has only one Class 0 form, so this form defaults to 1. The order header will have an area of header. The interface type is GUI output, which means it is a report. We select the output form as a model. We zoom from the name column to open up the form. We can place controls on the form just as we did for online screens by selecting them off the Controls or Variables palettes. Let's select some fields like Order Number, Order Date, Customer Code, and Customer Name. We'll also select a line from the Controls palette. We can use Shift right arrow to make the line wider. Now we select Models to make the text look better, and use the sizing and alignment commands to line up the fields. Shift up arrow can be used to resize the form. And we can use the horizontal alignment property to make the text line up to the left. We repeat the process for Report Footer. The class defaults to 1 again. This one has an area of footer. We zoom to open up the form. Note that both forms appear together. This is because they both had the same class number, Class 1. If we wanted to edit them separately, or print 2 reports from the same task, we would set them to different classes. We'll add another line, this time by copying and pasting the line from the header. We'll also add the order total field. Now, we do a similar thing for the Order Lines subtask. In the Forms section, we create an Order Detail form, which has an area of Detail. Then we zoom to open up the form. Note that we can see forms from the parent task too. This is because we can view the forms in the parent tasks as long as they are all assigned the same class number. Also, the header form appears at the top of the screen and the footer at the bottom. This is the normal eDeveloper behavior when you assign an area of header and footer. We drop a table control onto our detail form. Then we add the fields we want to print: product code, quantity, price, supply date. Again, we use models, alignment, and the table commands to make the form look good.